let's take a look at the book of John, chapter 14 and verse 6, where we see Yeshua speaking, saying, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Take a look at Matthew chapter 7. Verse 15. Watch out for false prophets. And notice this. It says, they come to you in sheep's clothing. Oftentimes they even knock on your door. Watch out for false prophets. They come to you in sheep's clothing, meaning they look like believers, but inwardly they are ferocious wolves. By their fruit you will recognize them. For wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate, and narrow is the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. You know, by the way, people like to throw out God's commandment, thou shalt not judge. Well, you know, in the sense of, you see someone wearing inexpensive or second-hand clothing. Yeah, you know, you look at them and you go, oh, look at this lowlife. That's the kind of judging that thou shalt not. But we are being commanded here to, by Yeshua himself, to judge false prophets, false teachers, false-hearted people by the fruit of the Holy Spirit. Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4, it says that the God of this age, and that's Satan, has blinded the minds of unbelievers so that they cannot see the light of the gospel of the glory of Messiah, who is the image of Abba Father. Now pay attention to what's being said here, that Satan has blinded the minds of unbelievers, not their eyes. He's blinded the minds of unbelievers so that they can't see the light. If it was a physical thing, he would have blinded the eyes of unbelievers so they can't see the light. No, he blinded the minds of unbelievers so they can't see the light, because the light being spoken of here, and I explain this in my podcast titled The Full Armor of God, is the light of God, not a physical light, a spiritual light. Where do all these religions, false religions, all these gods, false gods, come from, and what is the motivating force behind all these false teachers in the world? The motivating force in their hearts is lawlessness. Look at 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. For the secret power of lawlessness is already at work. And what is lawlessness? Lawlessness is simply not believing the truth, God's truth, right here. That's lawlessness. People, whether it's a false prophet, a false teacher, all these various religions that are out there, certain doctrines of so-called Christian religions. There are a lot of religions out there, they claim that they preach Christ, and yet they will diminish the position and authority of Yeshua, Jesus, promoting their own doctrine, their own theories, getting people to worship their interpretation of the truth instead of the truth itself. These are all motivated by lawlessness. I am the way, I am the truth, and I am the life, and there is no other way to the Father but through me. That's the part all these other religions leave out.